Today in this aptitude video I'm going to make you understand chain rule and we will solve two problem on that. So direct proportional. What does it mean when we say something is directly proportional to other? It means if x increases the quantity on left hand side, then y also increases. If x increases, then y also increases by the same amount. So it is obvious. Suppose you are working, and if you put more hours in the work, then you can do the work. If you're working and you're putting more hours in the work, then you can do the work more. Like suppose if you're doing the work for 10 days, then you can easily do like 70 work. It is uncountable though, although it can be countable if you apply the physics here. But suppose you can do the x amount of work, let's say x amount of work, and if you put 12 days, then you certainly can do x plus y amount of work. So that is the point of being directly proportional. It means if you put more thing, you will get more out. Put more, get more. So that is the logic. And if you talk about indirectly proportional, it means if x or the quantity on the left hand side increases, x increases, then y or the quantity on right hand side decreases. Suppose you are doing the work for 10 days, then you need 20 people, let's say. And if you're doing the work for say 20 days, then you will need 10 people, because if the work needs to be completed in the less amount of time, then you certainly going to need more workforce or more work power. So therefore you certainly need to employ more people. And if the work is to be done for longer amount of time, then you need less people, because less people can do the work in more amount of time. So that is the case with indirectly proportional. So x increases, then y decreases by the same amount. So let us solve a problem. The problem goes like this. A canteen requires 105 kg of wheat for a week. How many kg of wheat will be required for 58 days? 105 kg for week. And how many kgs would be required for 58 days? So first we need to the easier way to solve this question is to convert it into proportion. So 105 raised to 7, and suppose it is x raised to 58. So in the proportion video we have learned product of extremes and product of mean are the same. So therefore 105 into 58 is equals to 7 into x. So x would come out to be 105 into 58 divided by 7. Solve this and you will get your answer. The answer would be 15 into 58. And let's do another question. If 30 men can do a piece of work in 25 hours, in how many hours will 15 men do it? 36 men can do the piece of work in 25 hours. In how many hours will 15 men do it? 15 men and say X hours. So let it do like we have done previously. 36 ratio 25. It is putting the values like this is known as proportion. If you do not know about what proportion is, you should probably check out my previous video. In one of the previous videos I have mentioned what proportion is and how to take care of proportion, and we are doing it the same way. Extremes are equals to means. So that is the answer. Thanks for watching the video. You now know how to apply the chain rule and solve the problems.